Hello, welcome to the HE Barn Stadium for this pre-season friendly between Dronfield Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I'm your commentator, Adam Allcroft. We just sorted out the audio. Do apologise for some of these issues early on. Look forward to this pre-season friendly as we are about to get underway here. We'll go through the teams for you shortly here on a very sunny Monday evening here in North East Derbyshire. And Dronfield are the ones who get us underway in the black and red striped shirts, black shorts, red socks going from left to right, while Stocksbridge Park Seals are in their normal yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks going from right to left, as the speaker to our left has just been given a hell of a crack by the trialist clearing the ball out. So let's go through the team for you now. For Stocksbridge, we've got Ben Townsend in goal, then Tom Charlesworth, Jack Dolman, a trialist, Chris Bamira, a trialist, Mo Malumo, a trialist, Diego Noche, Thomas Poole and Matty Lee. We've got two players identified for Dronfield Town, Charlie Stewart and Connor Chappell. We will try and work out some more as the game goes on. Connor Chappell's name as a long throw goes in from Dronfield, headed on towards the far post, brought down well. It's a good touch, being well covered though by Charles, who just knocks it away. Bamira will just allow it to go past him for a short while before clearing it upfield. We have now sorted out some of our own things, so I do apologise for those moments of probably me coming through way too loud and breaking speakers without, trying to speak actually quite calmly. Townsend just on the ball, Bamira now just taking the touch. Sending it long here, looking for Noche, but well headed away by the defender of Dronfield onto the left hand side to the 11, try to hold on the ball. Not by Charles, goes out for a Dronfield throw in. So back on the left hand side for Dronfield. On the far side where the dugouts are, we're in the main stand here at Dronfield Stadium where most of the fans have gathered. Plenty on either side as well. As it's just headed out to the side. Trial's trying to win it, but just loses out on that one. Not forward, well intercepted by Bamira, clears away. Now Noche will look to hold it up, trying to sneak through the two defenders. The number 5 having a hell of a time trying to deal with it before dribbling out on the ball. And it's going on quite a long run now. The number 5, and it forces anyone down the channel to no one in particular, and it will go out for a goal kick. 2 minutes gone, and it's 0-0 between Dronfield and Stocksbridge. Dronfield Town getting very, very close to the start of their season. And Stocksbridge get the back away through Bamira, who takes it out, and he's going to send one down the channel looking for Noche, but in the number 5 is read it well, heads it out. Will be a Stocksbridge throw in the Dronfield half. On the right hand side now. Out. And Stocksbridge get it back. Charles have clipped the ball forward. Looking here for Noche, and he gets out to the right hand side, and it's one of the trials there trying to get it out. Back it goes here to Maluma. Looks for him, tries to chip the ball in, but no one there for the run, and it will be collected by the Dronfield keeper. Really clever moment for the Steels. That just doesn't come to anything. Ball going forward here, and then Dorman gets the header. We'll go out for a throw-in. Ball launched long, and then head away again by Dorman. Good strong header back into midfield. Headed forwards over the top of the Dronfield striker, but we'll go back to the keeper. And that was Connor Chappell, it just flew over the head of. So back it is with the trialist centre back. Bit of 1-2, gets it back. Matty Lee there is dropped deep to try and help, but we'll just go back to Townsend now, who spreads it out. Bamira on the right hand side takes the touch. Here on a pitch that's has been tended to well by the Dronfield Town volunteers, but still struggling with lack of rain. Back to the trialists, who will send it forward here to Poole, back to Bamira, taking the touch again. Plenty shouting for it. Trying to get down the channel to Maluma, who's ghosted past his full-back well. Maluma trying to get into the box now, wants to get it, takes a cross, deflected, corner kick, steals. Just hits the top of that fence to keep the ball in play. Well, in the stadium at least, so will be a corner kick. So Dronfield start their season on Saturday away at Cockgraves FC. We'll say the lower levels do get their season started much, much earlier than Northern Premier League does. As Thomas Poole will take this corner kick, got plenty of options in the middle. Will be an outswinger from Poole, and he'll take it high, looking for that far post, and Miro gets a touch, but it's going on, and they have been won by Dronfield, who I think knocked it. I thought they had knocked it off for Bamira then, but it will go out for a throw-in. Dolman's coming up to take it. So Dolman with a throw now. There's got some runners. Matty Lee was making a run, but it will go back to Trice Midfield, who struggles to keep control of it. Does get it through to Lee, and then Dronfield do dispossess, but the trialist midfield, different one, will get it. He's trying to slip through Poole touching on the edge of the area being followed, and then he just trips over the ball, and that allows Dronfield to get away with it. They're trying to get a counter-attack going now. Down the left-hand side, well read by Charles, who intercepts for that concern dangerous. And he's going to try and get into an attack of his own down the right side and look for Maluma. The number 5 of Dronfield has won it. Knocks it away to the 4, trying to play smart, passing it midfield. And Noche almost won that ball back on the middle. And by Charles, who clips it forward, tries midfielder. Back it goes here to the other trialist midfielder. He's trying to get it out to the right hand side. No one's there for it. Maluma has to drop back deep. Got a touch and he's hoping for a throw, but it will be Dronfield's ball. 6 minutes gone, 0-0 here. We heard a crackle from the speaker that got a whack by the ball early, so it is still working at least. One less expense for the Dronfield Town staff to think of. Ball launched forward, Charles heads it forward, and Hull trying to get it out right, but stepped in and cleared by Dronfield Townsend, well out of his box. Oh, is it right? Yeah, it's not the ball he would have wanted. It's gone more behind him than anything. Charles then heads it back, and Townsend chases it, palms it, and it goes out for a corner kick. And Ben Townsend will be happy it's pre-season, not, the May season. Bit of calamity at the back, doesn't lead to a goal, but Dronfield do have a chance from their first set piece of the game. So quite a strong header from Charles, if he didn't make it easy for Townsend. So will be an outswinger from Dronfield on this left-hand side. Jumps into the middle. Charles wins the header. Will go back to the left wing. Charles trying to get to it, but Dronfield has the ball. But Charles pressing through the back, trying to turn out, and Charles is holding his head there at the same time. But Dronfield continue the attack. Charles trying to get in the tackle, and he does win the ball back. Gets it back to Townsend. Charles gets tripped at the same time. Free kick for the Steels. Could have been a foul earlier. Depends what actually happened with the hand in the face that Charles seemed to indicate. There's a cricket pit next to us, and I think someone's just got out as well, so we've just heard the shouts over to our right hand side where Colaston CC are based. Bamira just on the ball now for the Steels. Plays it short out to Trialist. Stu now sends the ball forward. He's looking for the run at Charles. It's a great run. Just needs the ball in, but it's being marched by the number 11 at Dronfield. Charles was just looking for a bit of space. Tries to send the ball in. It takes a little deflection. That took the sting out of it, and Dronfield able to clear. And now the Trialist midfielders won it back really well. Back deals it to Bamira, knocks it over to the left hand side to Matty Lee now, who will run at his man. Looking to see what he'll do next, trying to go around the outside, but he just runs into two. But he's managed to get through, and now Dom picks it through, goes sideways to the middle, no one's there for it. Dronfield will accept, and just Stocksbridge just sending a few too many passes to well known in particular. They'll have looked right at times in this game as Dronfield have the ball back now in their midfield in their own half. Happy to pass it about. Dronfield look like a good outfit, but that's a loose pass that Matty Lee almost gets onto. Back into defence it will go. Short here to the number 2. Back into defence. Dronfield happy again to pass it on. It's their own defence at the moment as they pass it short, and Lee almost got onto that, but again, Dronfield is happy to pass it out. So he's trying to press and call it the same, but just a little slip through pass, almost enough for Dronfield, goes out of play, but it's a nice idea, and it's applause from the players and some of the home fans here for the attempt at some really nice football. As the Trialist midfielder has it, back it goes to the Trialist defender. So 4 Trialist Stocksbridge spikes. Quite a lot of the new signing announcements over the weekend. Back to Townsend. Now Bamira will take it, carry it forward, touch through into the middle to Noshe. Lovely touch by Noshe, takes him around the defender. Going around the outside, looking for the Trialist, trying to touch, just lose the ball, he's trying to keep it back, but it's stabbed away by the Dronfield defender. Will be a throw for the Steels on the right wing. There's another out in the cricket to the right if you want to know. Not as much of we're used to cricket being happening during the same time as football, especially in the summer. Not like when we were at Rossington, Maine, when there was a funfair and live band next to the stadium when the game was on. As Charles prepares for this throw-in. Michelle Tupor back to Charles, left foot ball lofted into the middle. Head away, we're getting down to Noshe. Now Hulto's headed into the box. Noshe trying to get to it, headed away again. Good strong header. And going away, Bamira will just knock it backwards. The Trialist defender and Townsend coming to it, and Townsend will just take the touch. Just controlling it well. It's short, and Bamira again, who's back at centre back, has played across the defence during pre-season, and he's going to go for the run here. He's going to go see if he can do it alone and slip it out to the right to Maluma. Takes the touch, puts it in very high and lofted one, a bit too high and lofted for anyone. Matty Lee's going to try and cause something with it, and he forces the Dronfield player to take a touch. It will go out for a Steel's throw. So good work there from Matty Lee that kept that alive, and it means Stocksbridge can keep the pressure on in the early part of this game. Oh, throws in the middle here to Noshe. Back it goes to the trialist, tried to loft it, and it's high, wide, and almost into the trees. Again, bangs off the fence that's behind the left-hand side goal. Means 0-0 here.
And after that one against Norway, just before all time, we sat there. Couldn't get his annual three that were going to be
So back with Dronfield in the defence, so they're going to try and carry it out from the defence. They've been a footballing team in this friendly, but this time, well, all has paid off for them as they got the ball back very quickly. But they're not going to be sending it long direct towards Connor Chappell so far, and Stocksbridge, who had won the ball back, just gave it back, and they're going to run at the defence now, but then great work from the trialist midfielder, and he's earned a foul zone and steals over free kick. Stocksbridge trying to get from Noshe now, drop deep. Boy, just sliding tackle. I know he turns and will be faced towards goal, but he's just been held off up here. Back it goes to the trialist in the middle to Matty Lee, but he loses the ball, just didn't have the strength for that one. And now Dronfield have it back. Ball going forward, and it's just going to go past everyone here and all the way now back to Townsend. Now Bamira. Back on the right to the trialist midfielders. The midfielders have been everywhere in this game. So Noshe trying to get the overlap with Maluma. Maluma's got the pace on his man. Holds it back well, just needs to do something with his left and then try to beat this man again. He actually has done, cross towards the far post and slides in and actually tries to get a header onto it. It's built for a corner and it will be given as a goal kick. Maluma has done a good job on that right so far. I think maybe he could have took it first time on his left. I think he was desperate to get it back on his right though. Had to beat the man twice. Did in the end, but I don't think he'd get away with that much in the MPL. Ball long. Dolman, good strong header from Dolman. Just got caught in the wind there and bounce back away from Noshe. Malumo wins the header, but then the number 7 Dronfield gets it right. But it's going to have been a good pass for Malumo, who now will run at the defence on the right wing. He's trying to cut on the inside, overlap with Charles, trying to get it back to Malumo. Shields off his man really well, runs at goal, then the good standing tackle stops him. And Malumo's been a constant danger on the right wing for Stocksbridge so far. Has been playing centre forward for most of this pre-season, trying it on the right wing as he did a bit of Geisley on Friday night. Charlesworth on the ball, back it goes here to the trialist. Go forward to Lee, trying to turn, going around the block here in the middle. Back to Bamira, who will carry it forward here. Got the right to Charlesworth. So forward here to Malumo again, but the tackle goes in on him, and it's been 50-50 whether Malumo is going to cause an opportunity or lose the ball so far. As Matty Lee is making sure that number 5 has a foot on him, couldn't get any further forward. Charlesworth with the ball back for the Steels. 15 minutes gone in this game. 0-0 so far. A game that has been played at a pre-season pace. Over to the trialist. Forward to Lee, who's dropped into centre midfield really at the moment, trying to clip the ball forward into a channel. It's in between Noshe and Dolman, neither can get to it. Noshe trying to do a bit of pressure, got a foot in, and then eventually Dronfield just lobbed that one out to play, throwing for Stocksbridge. And show it to Paul, and back to Dolman. Back to Lee. He sends it across to Bamira, who actually just lets that go past, and Charles will take control. It's in the diagonal. He's looking for Dolman, but the number 8 with a good defensive header. We'll go out for a corner kick. Steals second of the game. So the ball will be back. Thomas Poole will take this one. It will be an in-swinger from him. Malumo is trying to stand on the keeper here, as well as the usual big targets. Boom ball to the far post, and he's well kept alive, and then well claimed. And the keeper is Bumira's header was on target. Ball right at the keeper in the end. So trying to press as Dronfield passes back, with a good block by Thomas Poole, and trialist midfielder will get it back to the trialist defender. Ball out of the middle to Matty Lee, who was wanting to go himself, but then goes back to the trialist, who had to put some pressure put on him. Then to the other trialist, to Dolman, trying to find Charles Pekovic, trying to stretch to keep the ball, still Dolman. Back to Lee, who had to go well behind him, who's got to just recycle that back to Townsend. And with Bamira, who had that header on target. On the right, to Charles, trying to sub through Audier to the trialist, back to Charlesworth. Trying to get it back into defence, and it is the trialist defender. They fall for the Seals, but it feels like they're everywhere at the moment. Sending the diagonal, looking for Charlesworth, and it's a smarter back. It will be another corner for the Seals. So Thomas Poole will come over and claim that. Again, we've got the usual targets in there, and the people screaming back, people like Jack Dolman and Matty Lee. Ball low into the middle, so good looking one, and the trialist got a header, but it will go wide in the end. Steelers haven't really been great from the corner so far, which in the pre-season, which has been a usual strength for them going into season as a whole. They'll want to improve on them and probably get one or two from set pieces before pre-season's out. They do have some height in the defence. Ball forward, head away by Dolman. We'll go out for a Dronfield throw-in. 18 minutes gone. Ball thrown forward and headed on by number 8 to Dronfield. Knocked forward and looking for Chappell, but away from him, Dolman will turn and clear it down the line. And before he can get it, takes a block and will go out for a throw-in. Back with Dolman. Looking for options, and he taking a few too many steps forward there before getting it back to the trackless defender. Across to Townsend. Who gets over to Bamira now as the Steels look to build from the back again. Still have had most of the possession of the ball, but haven't really been able to do too much. It's a great little turn by Malumo now. Tries midfielder charging forward, looking for an option in the middle, gets blocked, and the defender will come away with that, but the transfer fielder's not giving up on it, and he's won it back for losing against the number 4. It was good work rate from the midfielder, just wasn't able to keep hold of it after initially losing it. Did well to win it back for the number 4, able to come away with it for the home team. Dronfield now trying to pass it over. They're giving it right back here, not forward onto the right wing, but no one there for him. The clearance comes blocked off. The trialist will be a throw-in. So most of the game has been played to the left of us, in the half Dronfield are defending. But Dronfield's defence has been strong, prevented any real gilt-edged chances so far, only the half chances for Stocksbridge so far. The ball launched forward. Up to Charles touching in, knocked forward out to the right, Malumo knocking in the middle. I mean, there was a bit of a collision. It will be a free kick to Stocksbridge. So back with Charles and Thomas Poole standing over the ball right now. And Stocksbridge send the defenders up for this one. So plenty of height, though Dronfield, a very tall team themselves. Poole here, takes a strike. It's a booming one and well over the top of anyone. But Matty Lee's going to keep that alive on the left wing, and it's a battle on the left hand side. Dronfield look like they're coming away with it, and Matty Lee's pulled the shirt of his man, and it will be a free kick to Dronfield. 21 minutes gone, 0-0. This is I'd say a typical pre-season friendly so far. Not much to report in the first 21 minutes of this game. And if you are listening here on our YouTube channel, do feel free to comment. We'll shout anyone out who comments, as long as you say sensible things at least. Ball forward from Dronfield, headed on. Charles just allows that to go past him, and Townsend will take that to his feet. Right to Charles as Steels get going again. They have put Dronfield under a lot of pressure, just no goal as of yet. Shot to Noche, he's trying to turn. It's a good turn from Noche, who's now going to run defence. Slant tackle just managed to knock the ball away, but then he just, the number 6 almost lose the ball. He was a bit uncertain when Noche got a touch, but then couldn't take that next stride away. Ball's back in the Stocksbridge defence now. Dolman will give it back to Townsend. Out to Bamira. Taking it forward, just crossing the halfway line now. Bamira just continues to now sending one down the right hand side, but it's ported from the trialist, and they will go away. And Dronfield, big line in midfield, comes forward now out to the right. As Dronfield coming forward a bit of pace here. Ball down the right. It's a great looking ball as this defender out continues his run down the right wing. And then the tackle going in here from the trialist for Stocksbridge, the tries fielder, and I think the shirt pulling has led to a free kick for Stocksbridge. So trialist defender will take it, takes it short to Townsend as the game gets back underway. Ball out here with Bamira, who takes it forward outright to Charles, who is forced backwards. Then looking forward, looking here for the tries midfield, who's being held at the moment and wants to get past his man, but he's been given no room to, and instead of passing away, he's lost the ball. Oh, and here comes Dronfield, but then a good standing tackle. The tries midfield to do well. He got back involved in that and stopped him going any further forward. Dronfield with the throw-in now. This looks really. It probably won't look too much like what we see on opening day away at Heaton Stannington. We found out that will be our first game of the season up in Newcastle. All forward as the throw-in just goes over everyone and out for a goal kick. It's on the 8th of August, that first away day, followed by a Tuesday night away in Concert. So two of the long journeys in the first two games for Stocksbridge. As Bamira now takes the ball forward. Taking his time over it, holds it up. Swing round out to the right to Charlesworth. He forced backwards at the moment. He gets tripped and it will be a free kick to the Steels. And Charlesworth was hoping that little trip would come in. Ball back out right to Charles, left footed ball forward, looking for Noche. Trying to hit on that side, it bounced out to Maluma, literally back to Noche, it opens up here, Noche delaying it, it goes past one player on the right hand side, puts a diagonal ball across, and it's a really good ball in the middle, but no one there for it. Great work from Diego Noche, just wasn't able to find someone on the end of that shotgun pass.
Yeah.
All forward, and he's just going to go in, and actually number 8 here has gone down, clutching the back of his head. Just needed to have a stoppage just to check he's okay. And the number 8 is now back up and looking okay, so the game will resume. 26 minutes gone, as ball going forward, look forward, O'Shea. Nice little clever touch in the middle, just knocked away, couldn't find the trials midfielder. Poole trying to press as Dronfield passing out from the back and then well in from O'Shea, who goes out for a throw-in for the home team. Ball forward and Dolman will clear away. Poole just trying to judge the bounce here. Knocked out to the left to Matty Lee. Matty Lee's got some space down the left hand side. Matty Lee running. Puts a great low ball in the middle. Somewhat deflected away and cleared away by the number 5. O'Shea was the man in the middle up for Dolman. Just a little push on his man to make sure he could go out for a Stocksbridge throw. Bradford Park Avenue, one of our rivals in the MPL East, saw in action tonight. They're winning 2-0 in Stack AFC. Adam Hall the scorer. The latest. Ball in the middle to the trialist midfielder, trying to dance his way through, but the tackle goes in and Dronfield had the ball back on the left side, trying to pull it up. Charles is putting pressure on his man, ball locked over the top, looking for a right winger who is not in that position. Ball is back now. Townsend now out to Bamira, who will come forward with the ball. Big run by him, trying to get it on the outside here to Malumo, who tried to get the crossing blocked. It will be a throwing for Stocksbridge. Originally Malumo looked like he was going to take that quickly. Instead it will be Charles who comes over to take it. Steels are looking for their first goal of the game. 0-0 still. Looking for some options here, but plenty split, then thrown into the box. Noshe, great touch out that. Trice midfielder sends it over. It was a really good touch from Noshe. There's just a Trice midfielder just got underneath the ball and sent the volley high and wide. Dronfield looks to pass it from the back. There have been a very good football by Dronfield throughout this game. Definitely trying to play it, and they have got the reserves here. As this ball could be pounced on by Lee, and he almost gets the header, Matty Lee. Dronfield remain on the ball, and Dolman getting involved gets the header in the middle, and it could have been a high foot, and it will eventually be, as the referee was looking to give an advantage. Free kick for the Steels, and they take it quickly. Back it goes to Bamir now, as any potential advantage from the quick one has out. Townsend well out to his goal at the moment, almost near the centre circle as Bamir now takes it. He will cross the halfway line. Continue to our right side to Malumo, trying to get the outside of his man. He's had some luck with that, and he's trying to get past him. Tackle goes in, cleared out for a throw-in. Charles will get the throw in. Ball back here to the transfer to Charles, who's looking for the cross. Tackle goes in. Will be another throw in on that right hand side for Stocksbridge. Still looking to try and create an opportunity. Not there. Dronfield's defence has been great throughout the game, but they just didn't notice Jack Dolman coming over onto the right hand side, but then immediately pressed and it goes out, and this time it will be a Dronfield throw despite Charles's protests, and he's continuing to protest so there, but will be Dronfield's ball. Tom Charles, if he's going to get a telling off here from the referee, if he realised it first. And no booking for Tom Charles. It's very rare to see a yellow card in pre-season, but so you have to do something really serious to get a yellow card or even a red card in pre-season. Charles may have got a booking there and enjoying a normal game for speaking back to the ref after being frustrated at throw wasn't given Stocksbridge's way. Good strong header by Charles. Forward Noshe looking to get an end of it. He's got the pace on his man, but the free has got it and turned well and cleared it away. Bamira looks tracky, goes over his end. Chapel trying to hold it up, but Bamira then wins the ball off him back to Townsend as Stocksbridge looks to find the space against this well-organised Dronfield team. Bamira here now on the ball, taking it forward, crossing the halfway line, and now we'll send it over the top. He's looking for the road pool, just falls a bit short, headed away. Dronfield pick it up in midfield. Charlesworth trying to win the ball back, and then Charles, I think, just stood on somehow, clattered his foot. But game continues, and Maluma, great touch by Maluma as he cuts in the inside. I said foot done into the middle, but no one there for it. Another clever little touch by Diego Noshe. Back with the keeper, who's also the captain for Dronfield today. Ball launched long. Dolman got a head onto it. Rushing trying to make sure it didn't go out of play. Couldn't do so. Will be Dronfield's throw. Ball out far side, and then it's Matty Lee with the big clearance. Maluma now will hold it up, chests it down. He falls backwards. He wants an option. He only goes back to the Chinese defender for Stocksbridge, who takes the touch and then left-footed, smash it forward, looking for Noshe. Well, bit well to hit that one as it goes back to the goalkeeper. 32 minutes gone, 0-0 still. Here comes Dronfield again, crossing the halfway line. On top to the left-hand side, it's a really good-looking ball, and they've got the first touch on the left-hand side as Bamira is trying to tackle, and he wrestles his man over it. It's as clear as a free kick as you can see, as he just took him down with a good drag to both shoulders. Dronfield have a dangerous free kick on this left-hand side. That's a wrestling move for a Stocksbridge player. I think for Argentina that would have been business as usual. If you watched that final yesterday, or the semi-final last Wednesday. So Stocksbridge have a tricky set piece to defend here. It's almost a corner kick with where it is. Just a few yards away from the flag on that left wing. Will be an out swinger, and here it comes. It's a good looking ball in the middle. Townsend claims it though really well. He's going to quickly get the ball out. He's looking for Matty Lee, trying to turn around his man, headed away into the middle and cleared away. Forward, then knocked on, and well, Chapel couldn't get to it. It would have been offside, and the Trouse defender will get it out to Charlesworth. So turned it down the channel, looking for Maluma. He's got the beating of his fullback, but the fives are stepping in to cover Maluma. Then has won it. He's kept it in Maluma. Brilliant work by him. But then gets it back, drilled, takes a deflection, and he ends up in the back of the net. But there is an offside flag up. There's no VAR in non-league football in pre-season, especially. I think it was the Tragans midfielder who struck that. But I think it's just took a knock off Noshe on the way through, and that he was in an offside position. Really good football. Mo Maluma in particular, fantastic during that. And he's unlucky not to be rewarded with an assist. We'll go back forward here. To the tries, back on the right to Maluma, short here to Matty Lee, who's looking to turn. You'd like a shot, instead he's going to try and get out to the left, and just enough knocks it behind. Dolman will pick it up from behind him. Once he over that, pulls off, and here comes Thomas Poole, cross into the middle, over everyone's head, chested down for a corner kick. This is the best passage of football Stocksbridge have had in the whole game over the last couple of minutes. Here's a corner kick. Here comes the corner. Look for the far post. Almost ends up in it. Mira's just hanging in the far post. The Trouse defenders picks him on the left hand side. This is still alive. Looking for a cross, takes a block, and Dronfield trying to get onto it, but the Trouse midfield has been busy throughout and managed to win the ball back, and now it's with Bumira. He's looking for an option, tries to get it out to the transfielder, does do so, he's kept it in play, looks for the cross into the middle, Noshe tries the acrobatic, knocked away, goes into Charlesworth, strikes it, blocked, Charlesworth gets the ball back, so Poole on his right, he takes that option of Thomas Poole on the right, who cuts in, avoids a tackle, sends it into the trialist midfielder, who's just holding on to it, Stocksbridge slowing the pace down, Matty Lee's going to go for the effort high and wide. Good football from the Steels, who have upped it in the last 5 minutes. Forward, header forward by Dronfield, really good header on. Now down the channel for Chapel, Townsend will claim that. Didn't pick it up at first, took him 2 attempts to pick it up. Forward in midfield, 2 Poole, holding it up, trying to turn away from action. The number 8's won it off Poole, and Dronfield have an opportunity here. The number 8 on the right hand side into the middle, through post around Chapel, and Dronfield take the lead. It's Dronfield's first real chance on goal, but they've taken it. It was a defensive mistake from Thomas Poole, and played out to the right, good ball in the middle, and knocked in at the far post. Dronfield ahead. Steels will be frustrated after they had a lot of the best playing this end, coming off probably their best period of play in the game, but Dronfield have had the chance and taken the chance. Dronfield lead now. Back to Poole, over to Charlesworth. Seeing the tries defender is shouting his instructions out to Dolman, taking leadership over that defence. Forward here to Lee, who looks to hold the ball up, gets clattered into the back, doesn't get the free kick he wanted. As it's just gone back to Charlesworth now. Now back with Townsend. So Steels basically gave that goal away through a mistake, losing the ball deep in their own midfield. And it's Thomas Poole, one of the veterans, who will have to reflect on that. As a trials defender has it here. Pass over to Dorman, touching the bit to Liu. Tries to left to the midfielder. Out towards Dorman. Dorman tries to put the cross into the middle, block before he can make it to Noshe. Trying to get into the middle now and trying to get the cross out, and it's just going to have to play for a throw in here. Stocksbridge would like to get an equaliser before the half-time break. Ball back to Bamira. Now Townsend. Takes it forward out to Charlesworth now on the right-hand side. Take it forward, trying to get to Noshe, back out to Charlesworth, who's going to take it into the middle. Going sideways for you. To Dolman, now to Matty Lee. Looking for a chance to shoot, can't do so. Back to Charlesworth. Now back to the trialists. The Stocksbridge have everyone in the Dronfield half so far. As that's a well-timed tackle on Thomas Poole, and Matty Lee's trying to stop his fellow 7 getting any further forward, but no foul given. But Dronfield keep the ball into 11, and it's a trials midfielder who goes tumbling down, but Dronfield keep the ball. It's 3 on 2 at the moment. Back in the middle, the number 5 takes a shot, and Townsend with a well-palmed save, and then Chapel sends it high and wide over to the cricket field. Again, some defensive mistakes from Stocksbridge. They're gifts to the home team. Jordan Lemon is looking animated and irritated on the dugout on the opposite side of the pitch. So 40 minutes gone in this game. Ball launch long. Noshe, great touchdown out here. Trying to get down the right hand side and then well in and kept in, I think, just by a little dip on that pitch. Forward now looking for Chapel, but it's just going to go out to play for a Stocksbridge throw. it, and trialist midfielder will get it now to Bumira, taking the touch, taking the diagonal. He's looking for Dolman, he's gone forward. Dolman gets the touch, he's being held, takes a further touch into the 6-yard area, but then rolled the ball. The defender of Dronfield did just enough, not enough to be a penalty, but enough to put Dolman off. As Dronfield clear up, but wait, Charlesworth heading the ball back to Townsend. He's just to let that go into his box. Got it to Bumira. Steals 1-0 down, Dronfield the opening goal. Ball clipping it forward, and they get it away. Well, one here by the trialist midfielder. And the other trialist midfielder trying to win it, but losing the ball here. Out to the left-hand side, and well, Charlesworth just can't get to the ball there, and now here comes the Dronfield winger, who's outpaced Charlesworth here. Ball into the middle, looking for Chappell, but cleared away by the defender. Then headed away by Charlesworth. Midfield trying to get onto it, but Dronfield, who have looked better and better since scoring the opening goal, though, the touch just taking the ball out of play for a Steel's throw. Ball back to Charlesworth. Stocksbridge really look like they've got 3 at the back at the moment. And he's going to just hit it across here, looking for the try defender, finds him with the short diagonal. Poole looking to turn his man, trying to find the pass to Maluma. Maluma just maybe hesitated for a second, and well, maybe that was why he was offside on that. It was, however, offside when he took a deflection off Noche. So the ball back with the goalkeeper, who will send this long. Charlesworth will head it away. Actually, will try to flick it on with the header on the left side. Dolman didn't touch, and then he has to block the pass after it was tackled, and will be a Dronfield throw. Yeah, the tries defender, he shouts out his orders to organising the defence. They don't want to concede another before the break. Because I haven't had many attacks, but they were lethal with the first major one they had. Taking advantage of a Thomas Muller mistake, and now Dronfield having no chance after coming through on the Chappell now with the cross, looking for the power post. A good looking cross, acrobatic volley. Here comes another volley. Townsend is able to save. Dronfield have looked more dangerous with their few attacks compared to Stocksbridge. All forward, Maluma with the good touch. Back it goes here to Charlesworth. Stocksbridge do need to learn a cutting edge before the season starts. There's 3 more friendlies for the Steels after this. All at home. Chesterfield come on Friday, then it's going to be Gainsborough, and then finally Hull City the week on Friday. Bumira continuing the run over. Goes on to right to Maluma. Now we can look for the overlap with Bumira, who's on the right wing at the moment, who, despite being a centre-back, looking for an option. He's forced back here, and he's gone away, and then just the cross lacked the quality. Goes over the top row from before going out for a goal kick. And eventually, we're just wondering, exactly on 45 minutes, referee gives half-time. The Steels have had more of the ball, more of the chances, but Dronfield were lethal when taking advantage of a defensive mistake and managed to score so far the only goal of the game. It's 1-0 to Dronfield Town. We'll see you in 15 minutes. Hello and welcome back to the H.E. Barnes Stadium for the second half of this pre-season friendly between Dronfield Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I am your commentator Adam Allcroft for this game. It's 1-0 to Dronfield. A goal around the 40th minute where they made the most of a defensive error for the Steels. And score when Stocksbridge had most of the ball and even had the ball in the back of the net, only to be disallowed. So here we go, the game is now back underway for the second half. Let's go through the Stocksbridge team in the second half for you as it goes out very quickly for a Stocksbridge throw on the right hand side. So for Stocksbridge, it's Ben Townsend in goal, then it's a trialist, Jack Dolman, a trialist, and a trialist. Tommy Marshall, Thomas Poole, Romario Dunn, Reese Clegg and Harry Spooner. We've got high hopes for the trialists. As Dronfield tried to send one through the outside of the foot down the left wing, but just can't keep it in play. On the right hand side to the trialist here, the number 12. We'll send it back to Townsend. We'll take the touch and short here to another trialist, and here comes it to, well, trialist. Take a shot every time I say trialist. This is unfortunately the trialist and just can't keep this ball down the channel in, and it will go out for a throw-in. On the left forward, Dronfield, who would love this confidence boost before their season start against Hot Rave on Saturday. I'll look forward and try. One of the many trialist defenders heads it away. Number 10 here tried to get around the outside, blocked off, and it will go out for a Stocksbridge throw. Here it is on the right hand side. Ball launched forward, looking for Dunn. They're back in the middle here. To one of the to Tommy Marshall there. The block comes off him. It will be a throw-in for Dronfield in the end. Dronfield launching it forward. Head on into the middle. Poole takes a touch, takes him round on the outside. Trying to send it down forward. Mario Dunn will chase it. Head away from him. Marshall will try and challenge. It comes off the back of the 7 and Dronfield have the ball back on this left-hand side. Marshall trying to press. Reese Clegg trying to nick the ball off his man, but it goes back in defence. Well, be launched forward, headed away, now into midfield. Onto the right-hand side. As Dronfield trying to send one down the right wing. Chappell's going to try and cause a problem here, but Dolman covers it well and he allows it to go for a goal kick. It's really good defensive work from the left back. On the right. In defence. Ball sent long here. He's looking here for Spooner, but not away from him. We'll go out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. And later Mario Dunn, who's dropped deep. Reese Clegg's gone ahead of him. Switched on to the right to Tommy Marshall. Great touch by Marshall. Just struggled, I think, landing there. Trying to go back to the trialist. Tip ball looking for the far post. Dunn got a touch on it with the keeper now down injured. Stripped by the number 10 of Stocksbridge, who then sent down wide. Looks like the goalkeeper Dronfield injured his hand during that. That trialist in particular has had quite a few shots where he's just not been able to keep it down. He gets himself into good positions, but just not able to keep on target. And the keeper here isn't just, well, there's someone over the physio. I think Mario Dunn going into him has hurt him. He seemed to collide with his hand as he was punching it away. So keeper continuing to juice. He is standing up, and I think he's just getting a bit of treatment from the physio. So hopefully we'll be able to resume, and hopefully this keeper will be able to continue. But a good bright start from this second half Steel side. And here he goes, the keeper now will launch it long. Headed on, rather number 9, but Stockbridge have it back, doesn't take the touch. Marshall keeping it in, he's trying to get past him, man. Tackle goes in, get a touch, and will be a throw in for the Steels. Quickly taken, looking for Clegg. Clegg down the right hand side, he wants options in the middle, he's got 2 men round him. When Wayne dispossessed well and cleared away. Trialist centre back heads it forward and tries to get it to Trialist midfielder, who misses out on his tackles, missed it at the stretch. As a number 5 here, thought that had gone out of play for a throw in, and the linesman will hold that back. Stocksbridge players were appealing for it quite a bit of time before the linesman raised his flag on that one. 15.5 minutes gone. So we see some subs now for Dronfield. Not that we know who they are. It looks like that number 5 who's just gone on that long run is going to be one of the players heading off. So here comes the new player for Dronfield coming up, and he looks like he's coming straight over to this left-hand side where the trialist right back is about to do his throw-in. Launching the throw, Dunn heads it on, finds Marshall, being held up, and it's such a reminder and called for the game to be stopped, because I think he's collided with the number 10 of Dronfield in the face, who's holding his nose up here. I mean, fair play, I think, in the friendly. Townsend is frustrated at the back, but Stocksbridge don't come out with this ball to Marshall, trying to get around the outside. Crossing gets a block and will be a corner kick to the Steels. Steels looking to see if they can get an equaliser. Thomas Poole will be the man over this corner as Spoon is just entering the box late. Here comes a low onto the far side, head away before it can make it to the trial. Here comes the Trialist midfielder, looking back here for Poole. Tries to knock it outside his foot cross, but ends up just going wide. It will be a goal kick. Yeah, Seals haven't really made the most of any corners in pre-season so far. So back to for the Dronfield keeper, who's looking alright after getting that knock from going up with Maradona, who has been in the walls already, as Poole will head that way. Dunn once again going up for the header, Clay flicks over the top looking for Tommy Marshall, racing beyond it, but the keeper does well to claim it. Out to his goal quick as he launched it out to right side very quickly. Harry Spooner getting back in defensively, and he's doing good work. Harry Spooner stopped any chance that turned into a quick attack as the Dronfield then launch it forward, well knocked away by the Trials defender Marshall. Chest into the middle, could have been a free kick if Dunn weren't the first one onto it, and then it will be now as Dunn loses the ball, and that was a hell of a whack on Tommy Marshall, who does get to his feet. And I think Marshall's trying to get that free kick a bit further forward, but Thomas Poole now will flick it over the right hand side. Clegg tries to knock in the middle to Tommy Marshall, gets a bit of a shunt in his back, forced out wide. Clegg's there as help, got the trialist behind him as well as Clegg goes on his own to the edge of the area. Ward tries to flick on, it's a clever flick on, but no one there for it. Cleared high and up into the air, and the trialist fullback will head it forward, but then hit it right back. Trialist fullback gets it forward again to the trialist midfield in the middle to Clegg, who gets a chance to dribble, trying to slip through Dunn, cleared away before it gets to him. Defender will clear it away for Stocksbridge though. Back into defence, Dronfield have the ball back comfortably there. Marshall is pressing but only softly, trying to entice them into a mistake and all launching it long, and that's what they've done. They've launched it long as it's going to go all the way back to Townsend. attack here on the right hand side. Knocked on, looking for Dunn. Feels for an offside, but not well, and it will be given eventually. A bit of a late offside call from the linesman, who I think need to let them know. You know, you don't need to delay it at our level. There's no VAR coming to save you. I think VAR in non-league would be a few people arguing over some very blurry VO footage, which I think is what they do in the Scottish leagues, to be fair. Out with the keeper now. 55 minutes gone. Ball going long. Trialist defender will head that way. Good strong header. Will go out for a throw-in to Dronfield. And here comes another Dronfield substitute. They bring up as Chapel heads off for a forward. So we'll start with the Dronfield throw in a moment.
I was just going to say something, but I better not.
Here comes the ball, looks long again. Good header away by the trialist at right back. Done, good down chest in. Lost over the top, looking for Spooner. Spooner didn't get the first touch on it, but he'll keep the ball here on the left-hand side of the box. Trying to turn, looking for a shot, being forced further back and loses the ball there after that looked really promising for a moment. Dolman was trying to help him out as well. Loose pass though, and Poole has won the ball for Stocksbridge. He's going forward with it. Tries to get on the outside, poor pass, can't find Marshall. Now forward here. Stocksbridge trying to defend as Dronfield on the ball. They'll be very happy with their defensive work in this game, shutting down the Steel's attack. Ball forward here. Dronfield, oh no, it's a substitute that's just come on. Back into defence. Taking the touch and out wide to the 20. Into the middle, Dronfield having a very good footballing side throughout this. Not just a long ball team, and quite clever play here. Ball forward in the middle, 14 love. He touched almost in the 20, well stepped in by the right back, helping out at centre defence. That moment. Out to the 7. Out to the right. Cutting into the middle. Running forward. And out to the wing, no one there for it. Dolman had left that space, he's had to rush back and he's getting pressed here. Before it goes out for a Stocksbridge throw. Now the Bradford Park Avenue have conceded a goal with Fackley scoring. It's 2-1 there to Bradford Park Avenue. Stocksbridge have another throw right in front of the Dronfield dugout. Ball launch forward. Headed it on, looked for Marshall, but cleared away. Out for another Stocksbridge throw. And there will just be a change as two of the trialists are stopping. One of the trialists we saw in the first half. Dronfield have won the ball back here. Well in strike, tackle from midfield. Dronfield do keep it. Next in the air, and Dronfield keep a good touch on the number 4, trying to get on the outside, but trialist defender knocks away, and now with the other trialist defender. Back to Townsend. Flicked out to the right. Forward to Marshall, who's got a man right there. It's a lovely touch, and here comes the right back forward. Out to the right now to Clegg. It's great football from Stocksbridge. On the right wing, Clegg in the middle, blocked, it goes out, and I think that will be, well, it looks like it should be a throw in. Yep, no, near the flag. Alright, ball launched in the middle, headed on, takes a little deflection, the keeper does well, came in that before it goes out, could have been a corner kick if it had. Some blamed any decision as the Dronfield keeper just comes away with the ball now. We are just as we get close to the hour mark in this game. Short into the middle. Out to the left. Ty Marshall pressing. Back out in defence as Dunn presses. And then a good tackle by Clegg. Back to Clegg. Lifts it forward. Lucky for Marshall. The 10's covered him well though. As it's cleared out. Tush out and back into defence it goes. Down the right hand side. With the trialist and now Townsend. Trialist defenders having a good stride here while the right back on the ball. Ball clipped over the top. Sorry, Marshall maybe could have got it if he had a bit more of a sprint on and realised it, but well kept in by Spooner. Marshall on the right wing trying to turn it around. He's having a good old wrestling match. He goes out eventually and Stocksbridge will get the throw in. Throwing out to Poole, who will take it into the middle. Back out here to one of the trialists. Plenty of people calling for it. Trying to get the ball down the channel. It's held by Spooner. Tackle goes in, not given a foul. She is fair. Clegg back out to the right to the trialist. Out short here to Poole. Stocksbridge just passing it out too much rather than gambling one in the box. Dronfield do feel like they've got every defender back. As it's now back to the trialist centre back. He's going to try the diagonal. Yeah, looking for that left hand side. Brought down well by Spooner. Beats his man. Can he put the cross in? Cross off in the middle. Head away if he can make it to anyone. Poole headed back in the middle and Clegg tries to knock it back and that will allow Dronfield to clear it away. A lot of possession from Stocksbridge there that didn't really have a cutting edge. And that's the concern in this game for Stocksbridge is that lack of cutting edge. That was a problem last season. It's still there. Forward looking for Dunn. It's a great ball here to Dunn on the left hand side. He's just having to hold it back and maybe just holding on to the ball too long. He did have a bit of help from Spooner and eventually the ball's just gone away from him. The midfield's gone in. There is a trip and no advantage given there. Will be a free kick to Stocksbridge. Despite some appeals from the Dronfield team that weren't happy that was given. Thomas Poole stand over it as Steels have a chance to get an equaliser. So, well, before the free kick is taken, we are going to get a substitute. Now comes another Dronfield player just before we get this free kick. Here comes the free kick lofted towards the far side and head away for Stocksbridge player can get on the end of it. It's going to be a corner kick. The only players back are like Trialist and Jack Dolman. And the Steels find them at the most one of these set pieces. Comes lofted into the middle. Strong header. It just bounces in the 6-yard area. Dronfield do enough to get it away, but Stocksbridge keep the attack going. Reese Clegg on the left-hand side. Avoids one tackle. Got a man there. Can't put the cross in at the moment. He's forced into the corner flag here. Gets it out here to Spooner. Spooner's going to launch a go. And not far off. Actually took a touch there on the way through. Very close from Harry Spooner, who signed from just down the road at Sheffield FC this summer. That famous Sheffield side, you know, based in Derbyshire, in Dronfield. Though I think we're at the real Dronfield team tonight. Here comes the corner drill to the near post. Big, strong clearance away. Stocksbridge trying to keep the attack going. It's a well-won one by Spooner again. Knocked it into the middle. Dunn tried to get his way through block, but then tackled Spooner again on the ball. He loses the ball though to Dronfield, who clear it away. To left with Poole. Back into defence. Forward on the left-hand side. It's a drill ball. Spooner looking to get to it. And a sliding tackle stops him going forward. It's another corner kick. Bradford Park Avenue winning 3-1 now. Thompson the scorer. Since Factley in another pre-season friendly. 65 minutes have just ticked on the clock. And Stocksbridge score from the corner. Often looking for that far post again. Headed into the middle and over the top by the trialist. See that the idea is to try and get it to head back into the middle of the 6-yard area from that trialist, but just didn't work out there. Ball going forward, and the trialist midfielder won that, clobbered off him. Feels for a handball, but definitely wasn't. But Dronfield will keep the ball. And forward, and trialist right back, having a bit of physical battle at the 20. It's a good overlap from Dronfield as well to get an attack going. I think it's going to be well, I thought it was going to go out for a corner, but the trialist midfield has done well and kept it in. Knocks it forward, takes a deflection, and there's a bit of physical battle. Marshall peels. It's thrown for Dronfield. It won't be. It will be a Stocksbridge throw. And just as Marshall was trying to take it quickly, being told to go for a bit back. Back it goes to the trialist. Launch forward, looking for Dunn. Heads it on, just over the top. Looking for Spooner. The 2 is able to get it away. Only goes back here to Clegg on the left-hand side. Can't throw a block to Dolman, sorry, and it will be blocked. It goes out for a Dronfield throwing. That's concerning for Stocksbridge. You do want to win a few of these recent friendly to beat Pennison. As Poole slips over, it's the second slip he's done, but he's actually kept the ball well. Then charges forward. Thomas Poole going forward, takes a long range effort, not far off. Feels like it's getting closer and closer for Stocksbridge. Ball launched forward, headed away by the trialist, back out to this 20 of Dronfield, who's trying to go around the outside, and in the end it took a touch off one of the defenders. It will be a Dronfield throw. From near back, and Dunn will immediately get on the press. 18's got some good footwork though to keep it away from Dunn as he goes on the left hand side, gets the past Spooner, carry it forward, and then the trialist defender blocks it. Then thrown forward, headed backwards, and it will be another throw-in for Dronfield as they inch closer. .22 to go in this friendly. It's going to be a long throw from Dronfield, so this is good practice for the Stocksbridge defence. We'll see a few of them this season. Throw in the middle. Oh, and it's not out yet. On the line, slam blocked. And Stocksbridge go away lucky, and now here comes a counter. Clegg trying to control a very awkward bounce ball for a collision in the middle. It's actually been given as a Dronfield free kick. Not sure what foul Clegg committed there, but Dronfield will get the ball back. So Dronfield will have a 40-yard free kick to try and put the ball into the box. Getting very close to doubling their lead. Ball clipped into the middle, headed away. Spooner will look to be the first one onto it. Back out to the right, out looking for Spooner, the tackled and then cleared away. Back into defence, trying to get it forward, slipped over to the other defender. Launched long, it's a good looking ball here for Dolman. Brings it down, going forward. Can he get the ball in? He wants a bit of help, Dolman, and moves it onto his right as he slows it down. And that's just lets too many defenders get back, and things just don't move quickly enough as the ball just ping forward and it will go out play. And I just wonder if Stocksbridge aren't taking a chance to put the ball in early. If they're just being too slow in their attacks in this game, especially in the second half. Taken short here, then going long, headed on and then back to Townsend. We'll send it over to Dolman. He skips away from one challenge, now trying to get forward. Continuing to go forward now onto the left. Marshall switching it and can't find Spooner, knocked away from him. Then knocked back to Spooner, knocked away. It will be the 20 coming away with it for Dronfield. Out to the 10. The outside of the cross and no one there for it. Townsend will just follow that as it goes out for a goal kick. So taken short here. And out here to the trailers defender. Launch long here. Going to go on the outside of Spooner if he can keep it in, and does just about, but that touch might be the thing that takes it out. It will do. We're very close to the corner flag. 19 minutes to go. This hasn't been the most positive friendly for Stocksbridge so far. On the ball, but struggle to make chances. Ball going forward, headed away, and it will go out, and it will be another Dronfield throw. So I'd knock down the middle, and Dronfield trying to get onto it. Good footwork on the 20, and Dronfield keeping the ball on this halfway lane. Back it goes. Spooner's trying to get a tackle in, and then he just goes a bit too physical into the back, and it will be a free kick. As Ben Townsend is not very happy with the performance so far. Ball will go long here, and headed behind. Both being appealed for the ball, and it will be given as a corner kick despite the appeals of the Stocksbridge defence. Stocksbridge really not happy with that decision being given, as Steels have a set piece to defend. Plenty of height in this Dronfield team. Ball launched to the far side. Header flicked on, it's not clear. Pull does clear. So racing on it, it'll be Reece Clegg onto it, and he's trying to get out with it. Forward it goes to Marshall, holding it up on the left wing. Trying to get away, does get away, Tommy Marshall. Good work from him, skips away from another. Here comes Tommy Marshall, continues a good run. Beats another player from Tommy Marshall. Moving into the box, into the middle, passes, intercepted. Marshall then follows him, shot block back to Clegg, who's on the left-hand side, puts a cross into the middle, head away. Brought down here by the Traz midfielder. He can't really get anything off. Back goes Poole with the outside foot, sends out to the right wing. Dunn is chasing to keep this in, does, and then can't get the ball into the box. That Tommy Marshall there, absolutely brilliant there, beating 2-3 players for his passing was blocked in the end. But it's better from Stocksbridge, as they would like to grab at least one before the end of the game. So this is your reminder that pre-season results aren't the things that matter. Stocksbridge didn't win a single friendly when they reached the playoffs in 2023. There is a lot of new players to blood in for the Steels as they return back to the NPL East after a year in the Premier Division. Yeah, out to the left to Dolman. Takes it forward, intercepted. Move forward. And the attacker goes in and no foul there, despite the appeals of the Dronfield bench from the trialist defender. I think everyone had stopped as if it was going to be a foul. And then Stocksbridge have won the ball back here through Marshall. Back out to the left to the trialist. He drills his pass forward, blocked, will be out for throwing. Taken quickly back to defender here, to the trialist defender who carries forward. Outright. Chipped over the top, looking for Amari Dunn. Cleared away quick, can get to him to the 20. Back out forward and down the channel for the 10. Well read by the defence. Not forward here to Dunn. Got a bit of space to move into Romario Dunn, and he's going to use it as he cuts across. Trying the pass over to Marshall. It's just blocked and intercepted. Dronfield will come away with it. Here comes Dronfield on the right hand side. Knocked over the top. Dolman will there, but I think there's going to be a free kick for a late clip on the Dronfield man. I think the biggest concern of Stocksbridge Prison is this could well be the third one, if we don't score in the next 15, without a goal. Did score twice against Penistone, but it was a problem last year. And frustratingly, worryingly, could end up being one for this year too, if pre-season is any indicator. As Dronfield now have a free kick and a chance to get the ball in. North Park Avenue 4-1 up. Shanks has scored. Connor Shanks. Here's Dronfield. We'll have this free kick now from a few yards inside the Stocksbridge half. Making some time over it. Organisation from the defence. Launch ball into the middle. Townsend will claim it. And then a big over-the-head throw. Tries it right back. Over on the right wing, in the middle to the transfer fielder. He just loses the ball, but then Spooner gets it back. Battling for it is Marshall, trying to get down the right-hand side. Right, he's got two men around him, then the tackle goes in out for a throw-in. But better from Stocksbridge as they get the ball down the field. Ball over to the trialist midfielder. Trying to get it down the right again, but being blocked from that channel. Now across and slip through here to Dunn. Dunn is trying to get round the outside. He's got two men round him. Tries to drill in the middle, takes a block. Will be a corner kick for the Steels. Mara Dunn's strength is a big asset going into this season. Thomas Bull will go to take this corner. Not too many options in the box compared to normal. Here he goes right into the middle. Keeper punches it away, and it'll be the 14 for Dronfield who will look to turn this into a counter attack. Switch it forward here, up front. I think that's Chapel may have come back onto the pitch, onto the right hand side, and then back into midfield for Dronfield. So we're working. Then Marshall's won the ball there. Then just almost away. He's trying to get through another player. He has come through another player. Marshall continued to run, skipped past another one. Been blocked off from a shot though. Dronfield's defence has been very clever, and he has to go back into defence because he had no help, no other options, no runners. As three players are tracking him. Ball locked to the top, looking for Dunn. Dunn might just be able to sneak in the middle, knocked away from him. Appeals for a free kick, not given, as Dunn did collide with player. Spoon has it, he's going to put across into the middle, knocked away. Dunn's trying to get on to something. Dunn's got it back to goal though. Back it goes to Poole. Poole drills a shot over the bar. Stocksbridge have had chances on the edge of the box, but they've all seemed to have gone over. As the Dronfield keeper is urged to get on with it. Now, just over 10 minutes to go. Follow form from the Dronfield keeper. Tries to end a big, strong header back. No, it's not back by Spooner, looking for Dunn. He does get it out here to Clegg forward in. Oh, Marshall touch wasn't great. Spooner's trying to keep it in. Does loft it back in. Marshall tried to get onto it. So missed clearance. Marshall could sneak in here. Instead he's knocked away. Dunn's kept it in. Back out the rack to Spooner. Tries to pull in, blocked. Will be out for a throw-in. Can Stocksbridge get a goal here before the end of the game? Thrown here to the edge of the area, just goes past Dronfield. Touch trying to find him, but a well-timed tackle stops him getting being fought for here in the middle by Clegg, who just couldn't come away with it. Dronfield still in the ball, but being pressed and deep in their area before just launching it long. It was a smart thing to do for Dronfield. Townsend will have the ball back to feet and evades one tackle, lays off to Trials right back. Good first time pass from him to Spooner. Back to him, then overlap here looking for Dunn. But it's just a bit too much and it will go back to the keeper. The Dronfield keeper still looking more promising as we get towards the end of the half, but as the long ball takes a bounce on the ground before Trials defender heads it away and then head out to left for Dronfield trying to get an attack going. Physical as the full-back for Stocksbridge. The Trialist gets it away for it's returned by Dronfield. Trials defender is just looking to launch that one back away. Clegg's looking to get something on it, but the number 5's done well there as it takes a bit of a bounce. Marshall knocks away, it's headed right into the middle, and Dronfield have a chance here because there's many of the Stocksbridge have kicked it forward, switch onto the right wing, brought down here, knocked back into the middle. Dronfield just overrun the ball, and actually Reece Clegg who gets onto it to defend it. Back on the left now, Stocksbridge trying to build from the back. It's gone out of play with that pass, and actually Stocksbridge will get a free kick, so it was an earlier foul. So Stocksbridge keep possession. Trialist defenders looking for the diagonal. He's looking for Spooner, headed away from him. 11 for Dronfield get it. It's not been a great performance. Stocksbridge probably the poorest in pre-season so far. As there's some pressure from Spooner, but Levin will switch it, and he's just going to go back here and Stocksbridge get the ball back. Back on the left, and I think Trials midfielders end up being at left back at the moment. We'll switch over to the right, to the Trialist defender, now to the other Trialist defender. Ball forward, and it's to Dawn, who does a great job holding the ball. Over to the right here to Spooner. He's got no options in the middle though. Puts the ball in the middle. Here's a strike. The Steels have equalised. It looks like it's Jack Dolman who's got the goal. Who's come from deep there to just finish a great ball from the right wing from Harry Spooner. And the Steels are level. It's nice to have a left back that scores, isn't it? That's Jack Dolman there with the goal. If you wonder why we weirdly repeat things sometimes when we probably don't need to, it's because people ask us in the stand who scored and we try to make it look natural. It's pre-season, I can tell you my little secrets. 1-1 here, and as we're about to hit the 84th minute, as the Trialist midfield of Stocksbridge has got it and he's burst away from it. Can the Steels go on and win this? It's been a disappointing performance overall, really, with lack of cutting edge. It was a fantastic goal there. And now Steels have got it back from Dunn. If 50-50 just loops in the air. Brought down here by Dolman out to the left to Tommy Marshall. Lofting right footed, look for the far post. Dunn can't get his header on target. Great ball from Tommy Marshall. Seals looking a lot better since equalising. So back with the Dronfield keeper. He launched it long and Poole's header goes behind. Will be a throw-in. So launches it forward, headed away. Will be enough throw-in. As I was saying, when we're trying to identify who sort things like that, it's very tricky when you've got three blonde wingers who are roughly the same height on the same team. Makes things a lot trickier, as it will be a long throw from Dronfield. They're getting the big lads from defence up, and last time they did almost score from this to double their lead. So here comes a long throw, and it comes headed away. Will go out for, well, going to be a corner kick, according to our referee. Seals have some set pieces to defend. Here comes the corner, right-footed in swinger, headed away at the near post by one of the trialists in, headed on. Spooner wins ball, good touch by Spooner. Back it goes to the trialist at right back. He sends a drill ball forward. Not a great touch by the midfielder there. That loses it to Dronfield. He'll send it back to the keeper. Spooner presses, massive ball forward from the Dronfield keeper, and then the defender will just knock that back to Townsend. He will return it back to the defender. Out to the left. Here. Back he goes into defence. Stocksbridge building from the back. Can they grab a late winner? After equalising through Jack Dolman. Just see the right back here is just moving forward here as it goes back to Townsend to present another option. And that's the option Townsend's going to aim at now. And he's just headed away. We're looking for Spooner. Dunn's just dropped deep to pick up the ball. Moving to the right-hand side. He's got a couple of options. He's looking for Spooner. It's a great ball if it Joyce. Just got out of play, just a bit too much on it. As Spooner was close to getting to that. 3 minutes to go in this game. 1-1 here. Has been a good run out for the Seals. A good test against a really stubborn, organised defence in Dronfield. They kick off their season on Saturday against Cotgrave. On what we've seen today, I think Dronfield are going to have a very positive year. As they flicked it on, Oglesby, he just knocks it away. Back out to the 8 here for Dronfield. Out to the channel, just got past the full back there, but he's just got back in position. Back to the 10. Who just forced a bit further back. Good pressing from Spooner. Back to this 5, who a very lanky number 5 onto the wing now. Well in from the right back of Stocksbridge. Throwing for Dronfield. Looks like this game really well attended in a Dronfield attack. 2 minutes to go. 10 who launch it forward, and number 8 decides that to go past him, and that is a collision with Thomas Poole. A free kick to Dronfield and probably be a yellow card in a competitive match. And Stocksbridge have a late set piece to defend. Just going to be, I think, a bit of treatment on this player. It's just a body-to-body contact. Would be called a daft foul if in a match that well where the result mattered, but Stocksbridge won't want to concede late. Don't want to get in that sort of mentality. Here comes the free kick. It's tried to get it in. It's actually clipped a bit of woodwork behind the goal as it goes out of play. As we look like we are heading for a draw here. Okay, in defence, and we launched long. And it's going to take a awkward bouncing before being headed back to the keeper. It's well controlled by the defence, who I think the Dronfield defence deserve a lot of praise in this game. They've been really well organised, not really allowed to not switch too much of a sniff before Steels finally broke through. All launched along, and the trialist defender will head it away. Dunn chasing on the left wing, and he does get past the number 2 at Dronfield. Goes back, he wants to get it on his right for a cross, and then it's a really good tackle to 2, but Dunn kept it. It's great work when done before. It just bobbles away from him. And Poole just shirked on a tackle there, and Dronfield will get an attack going on the right-hand side. Down the channel it goes, but will be covered as it goes back to Townsend, who will pick the ball up. Rolls it back out to his trialist to his left. Short into the middle. Good one to pass in here as it goes back to the trialist in the midfield. Forced back to Poole. Looking for the channel, looking for Spooner, who drops in here, headed away by the 12, and midfield was a bit physical, but not enough for a free kick despite the appeals of the home team. Back onto defence now, and clip long here, looking for Marshall. Not offside again, more appeals for that, but not given. Marshall's just been forced out to the wing, back out to midfield. He needs a cross in really, but he's delaying it. Here comes the cross in. Dunn takes the chest out, and that is definitely a handball, and it will be a free kick. We are 1 minute into whatever added time we're getting, and I think we are heading for a draw here at the HE Barn Stadium of a Stocksbridge team who have lacked a cutting edge, which is a little bit of a concern. Obviously the goal for Dronfield came from a mistake deep in their own midfield, and that is full time here. 1-1 between Dronfield Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels. Dronfield took lead in the first half. Stocksbridge gave away the ball very deep in their own half. Dronfield then able to turn that very quickly into a close range effort, but Stocksbridge in the last 10 minutes, a fantastic ball from Harry Spooner found Jack Dolman at far post, who finished. It's 1-1 here. We will see you on Friday night, where we will be at home to Chesterfield. We look forward to that one. We'll see you then. Thank you very much. Here from me, Adam Allcroft. We'll see you then. Good night.